of this event. Launch Code got out to $4, touched as low as $3. We did see a lot of early support for Launch Code, but now out to $3.60. So the early money for Launch Code, that's dried up now. It's now out to $3.60. Ethanol volume, like we said, is getting out in the market again. Container's been heavily supported. Professor Snitch there out in box 8 was $4.60, now out to $6.50. It's been friendless in betting. You know, it does like being drawn near the inside, so maybe that's why not seeing any support here, Patch.
I'm on board with Launch Code, and Kat looks like she is too. She's standing next to Brooke Ennis on their way to the boxes.
Thanks, boys. Yes, with Brooke on the way to the boxes with Launch Code, and we see him step up to the 600 metres tonight. How do we think he's going to handle the rising trip?
Yeah, I think he'll handle it well. You know, he's racing with pretty good confidence at the moment, and he's been such a great dog for the kennel. I think it's probably a field that he can lead, and, you know, if he can get out in front and, you know, just keep rolling along, hopefully, you know, he gets a big enough break in the last 50.
We saw a couple starts back just how good he is when winning a heat of the Harrison Dawson. He just needs to bring that sort of form to be really competitive in this race.
Yeah, I think he just needs to box well, really. I think his early pace should put him probably, you know, straight up there early. But yeah, it all comes down to his box manners.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
That was Brooke Ennis, boys. Launch Code stepping up to the 595 tonight. He's of course a Group 1 winner, and he's a class performer going into this race tonight.
100% he is, Kat. Well, I'm bullish about him. I'll get to why shortly. But in the meantime, Gretchy, that QR code on screen for any supporter of Valpolicella out there. The QR code's been the best form reference in racing, Gretchy. They win all the time, so get everyone involved.
Yeah, they've been a special, these QR codes. We've had Tim Zoo win, McKenna's won a couple of them, Valpolicella's won a couple. She's the QR code special tonight. Max bet $10 and you're getting $5 about a greyhound who is currently $1.70, and she is probably the most informed greyhound in the country, Valpolicella. So scan that QR code. They are unbeaten at the moment in the greyhound space. As we look at race 5 here now, the first leg of the quaddie. The best supported runner Container here has been $5 in the 350. Again, another box 2 runner here tonight at Sandown Park, which has been well supported. My on top pick here, Ethanol Volume, was $3 out to $3.60. Now seeing late support in the $3, and your on top selection, Patch, Launch Code, $4 in the $3, slightly out now to that $3.50 mark there in box 7.
He steps up to this distance for the first time, Gretchen, and he doesn't strike you as a normal type to sort of scream, I need to step up in distance. He doesn't run on super strong over 500 metres, but when he won that heat of the Harrison Dawson, he got home in a time of 10.50, which is pretty good, but he doesn't do it with a real burst. I think he does it in a more sustained way, so I feel that he's going to be well suited to this step up in distance. There's stuff all pace underneath him, so he should go straight to the front. How long he can hold on for, we'll find out, but I think he'll go well. Race 5, first at the quaddie on Sandown Cup night. Here's Dan.
He's got a good record over this trip. In fact, all of his wins have been over this trip in his career. Green light on for the first leg of the quaddie. The Alderbrook Plumbing Mix 4-5. They're set to run. And away, Pickled Piper flew out. Container was slow to go, and there goes Launch Code, and Launch Code race clear. 4 in front early. Ethanol Volume gets to second around Fab's Vegetable. On the rail was Container. Wide out Rock Me Rocco, railing Pickled Piper, and Professor Snitch at the rear. Launch Code went hard, leads 3 on Fab's Vegetable. Round the outside, Ethanol Volume is making good ground. Container was next. Launch Code to the turn. Ethanol Volume is stalking. It's Launch Code tackled by Ethanol Volume, and Ethanol Volume won it by a length and a half. Fab's Vegetable railed through to get second, and Launch Code ran third. Container fourth. Next in Professor Snitch from Rock Me Rocco, Pickled Piper, and it's a ripping gallop of 34 and 10.
Outstanding race. That was a beauty, Gretchen. We knew Launch Code was going to show pace, lead. He's gone 9.04 early. That is flying. 23.18 in the back is super quick as well, but in the end, didn't have that muscle under the belt first up over the distance to hold off the powerhouse that is Ethanol Volume.
Yeah, what a race that was, and that's really what we wanted to see of this race. Launch Code going straight to the front. Ethanol Volume got off the track there in the first turn, but he does like to use a bit of it. And then we had Fab's Vegetables, another good run tonight. He was around that $15 mark, but going down the back there, I know Ethanol Volume sort of struggled to pick up, shake it off last week, but this week, maybe another go over the 600, got home over the top. I think he ran 34.10 last week and has gone exactly the same again now. Ethanol Volume got beat in that time last week, wins tonight. Launch Code was good. He was game in defeat, and Vabs Vegetables run second there, and he was another good run, very consistent performer.
The run home time there was 10.92, so obviously he's gone better than that because that is recording Launch Code's back split, so he's got home pretty well. And you sort of felt, didn't we, like I mentioned before about Launch Code and sort of that sustained run home that he had rather than a real lethal finishing burst, which is what Ethanol Volume has had over the sprint. So since he stepped back up, he looked like he needed that, and second up he's been awesome. Yeah,
no, he was very good tonight, and you know, chasing a very good greyhound in Launch Code there. And sorry if I'm a bit distracted, but these little chihuahuas have come up next to us here, Patch, and they're getting